6 pieces of money. Personal financial map. Money is not just a medium of exchange, but also a complex system where each piece plays an important role in creating a stable and sustainable financial life. The personal financial system is a combination of 6 main pieces. Each piece has a separate function, but all must work together to create a complete financial picture. This financial system is not simply about making money, but also includes how to spend, invest, and manage assets. In this article, we will explore each piece, from making money smartly, spending wisely to investing, and building passive assets. Each piece plays an important part in helping you build a solid personal financial system, thereby achieving the goal of financial freedom. By understanding and properly applying these 6 pieces, you will not only manage your finances effectively, but also overcome financial challenges in life, creating a sustainable future and financial freedom that many people still desire. Let's explore these 6 important pieces with me and learn how to apply them to your daily life to build a complete personal financial map. Piece 1. Earning money, the first step of personal finance. Earning money is the first step in any personal finance system. It is a solid foundation on which all other financial flows will be built. However, earning money is not a simple act. To achieve financial freedom, you need to understand the levels of earning money and know how to progress through each level. Earning money is not just about working for a salary, but also about how you create value and use the power of systems to create a sustainable income. Below are the 4 levels of earning money that you need to understand and apply to achieve financial success. 1. Level 1. Exchange labor for money. This is the most basic level of earning money that most people start with. When you work directly and get paid by the hour or by the completed work, you are at this level. This is a form of earning money based entirely on time and labor. For example, Jack, a 30-year-old British man, started his career as a bricklayer in London. He worked 8 hours a day, received an hourly wage, and his life was quite stable. Jack was not very rich, but he could maintain a stable life thanks to his work. However, he realized that earning money this way had its limits. If he did not work, he would not have any income. This is the biggest limitation of earning money at this level. Your labor is limited, and if you do not have time to work, you cannot earn money. 2. Level 2. Trade skills for money. As you develop your personal skills, you can earn money more effectively and are no longer limited by working hours. At this level, you can increase your self-worth by learning and developing professional skills. People with higher skills will be paid more because they solve more complex problems for others. For example, after a few years as a construction worker, Jack realized that working with his hands alone was not going to help him grow financially in the long run. He decided to learn construction management skills and become more efficient. After getting his certification, he was hired as a construction project manager at a large company. This job not only paid more, but also allowed him to work fewer hours and still have a steady income. But at this level, Jack is still trading time for money. Although he can earn more money with his skills, if he doesn't work, the income will stop. 3. Level 3. Trading solutions for money. Once you have specialized skills and understand your value, you can move to the level of trading solutions for money. This level is not just about working, but about helping others solve their problems. You will be paid for the solution you provide, not just for the time you spend. For example, after working in the construction industry for several years, Jack began to realize that he needed more than just management skills. He also needed to help others solve problems. He decided to open a construction consulting service where he shared his solutions and experiences with small businesses looking to build or renovate homes. Jack's service saved his clients money and time and brought him much higher profits than before. Now, Jack is no longer selling time but value. He is no longer doing the work directly, but teaching and helping others achieve their goals. However, financial independence is not yet fully achieved. For level 4, build a system to make money, passive income. The highest level of making money is building a system so that money can make itself without you having to work directly. This is passive income, where you can create an automatic cash flow through business models or investments. At this level, you don't have to work every day to make money. You just build the system once and let it work for you. For example, Jack, after having success with his consulting services, started building an online platform that offers construction courses for beginners. He invested in advertising, marketing, and technology to make the platform run automatically. Once the system was set up, Jack didn't have to work every day anymore. Passive income started coming in from the courses that students signed up for, and he also made money from affiliate marketing and online advertising. Now Jack can relax, travel, or do the things he loves, while the system makes money for him automatically. This is a level of financial freedom that many people aspire to achieve. Conclusion: making money is a journey, and each level in this journey brings different opportunities and challenges. From exchanging labor for money to building a passive income system, each step helps you build a solid financial foundation and can bring financial freedom. Remember, not everyone can reach level 4 immediately, but if you persevere and progress through each level, you will realize that personal finance is not just about making money, but also about building value and creating long-term freedom. Piece 2. Spending money, managing your cash flow smartly. In a complete personal finance system, spending money is an indispensable element. However, spending is not simply spending money when you have it, but it needs to be strategically managed to ensure that you not only live comfortably in the present, but also build a strong financial foundation for the future. Spending money smartly means that you must know how to spend money with a purpose, have a clear plan, and not just act on emotions. Uncontrolled spending will put you in a precarious financial situation, even if your income is stable. Let's explore this concept and strategies to help you spend money effectively. The concept of spending money smartly. Spending money smartly is not just spending money on shopping or paying for daily needs. It is a strategic decision for each expense, helping you ensure that each coin is spent purposefully and not wasted. Spending rules. Spend for the right purpose. Every amount of money you spend needs to have a clear purpose. You can't spend money just because you feel like buying something. Have a clear plan. When you have a spending plan, you'll know exactly where you're spending money and for what reason. Don't follow your emotions. Spending money based on emotions is when you buy unnecessary things just because you feel the item is attractive or on promotion, without a long-term plan. Common spending mistakes. Many people spend without control and based on their emotions instead of having a clear plan. Feeling promotional or shopping when you feel happy or sad can make you spend money recklessly, leading to having no money left at the end of the month. These mistakes will prevent you from saving or investing for the future. Sarah's story. Sarah is an office worker in London, working for a financial company with a stable income of around £2,500 per month. Although Sarah's salary is quite high compared to the cost of living in London, she always has financial difficulties at the end of the month. Sarah has an unplanned shopping habit. She often buys unnecessary things such as expensive food, new clothes, and promotional products that she doesn't really need. Whenever there is a sale, Sarah spends money without thinking about whether she really needs those items or not. Despite having a stable job and a fairly high salary, Sarah always has a financial deficit at the end of the month. It was only when she realized that she had no control over her spending that Sarah started to look at her personal financial situation and decided to change her spending habits. Smart money spending skills. To spend money wisely, you need to apply reasonable personal finance management strategies. One of the most effective ways is to divide your money into separate funds and record your expenses to help you track your cash flow. Divide money into funds. Savings fund. A portion of your money should be saved for emergencies. Investment fund. You should set aside a portion of your income to invest in productive assets. Consumption fund. A portion for monthly expenses such as rent, food, transportation. Giving fund. An amount to help others or for charitable purposes. Using the spending record technique. Sarah decided to apply the spending record method to track her monthly spending. She started dividing her budget into specific purposes: saving, investing, spending, and giving. This helped Sarah get a clearer view of her expenses and avoid overspending. In addition, Sarah also started tracking her daily expenses through financial management applications. After just a few months, she was able to reduce unnecessary expenses and save a significant amount of money each month. Conclusion: spending money wisely is an indispensable factor in the journey to mastering personal finance. Spending strategically will help you manage your cash flow effectively while creating a solid financial foundation for the future. Sarah learned how to spend money purposefully and with a plan, helping her no longer worry about finances every time a new month begins. Therefore, if you're having difficulty managing your personal finances, start recording your expenses, dividing your money into separate funds, and spending money with a plan. Only when you master spending money can you create sustainable wealth in the future. Piece 3. Borrowing money, a financial tool for leverage. Borrowing money is often misunderstood as a negative action that puts you in debt. However, borrowing money is not always bad. Smart borrowing can be a powerful financial tool that helps you create opportunities, invest, and grow your personal finances. However, what you borrow for and how you borrow are important factors that determine your success. The concept of smart borrowing. Borrowing money does not mean you are in debt or spending recklessly. In fact, borrowing money can be a smart financial strategy if you use it correctly. Borrowing money is a tool that helps you create financial leverage, especially when you have a clear plan on how to use a loan and how to repay it. Investing in assets. Creating passive cash flow from borrowing money is an effective strategy that professional investors use to grow their personal assets. Benefits of borrowing money. Create investment opportunities. Borrowing money can help you invest in business opportunities, especially when you don't have enough cash to invest immediately. Enhance cash flow. When you borrow money to expand your business or make investments, you can create passive cash flow from productive assets you're creating. Debt loans versus asset loans. The difference. Debt loans. This is when you borrow money to buy things that don't have long-term value, such as expensive cars, phones, or vacations. Asset loans. This is when you borrow money to invest in productive assets, such as real estate, stocks, or starting a business. This helps you create value in the long term. John's story. John, a 35-year-old man living in Manchester, has always had a passion for the food and restaurant industry. He started his career as a restaurant manager and saved up some money. After a few years, John decided to open his own small restaurant. He borrowed about £50,000 from the bank to open a restaurant in a densely populated area. Although John's restaurant had potential, he did not plan carefully and did not research the market and operating costs enough. As a result, the restaurant failed after only a few months because there were not enough customers, the cost exceeded the budget, and he could not control the cash flow. After this failure, John felt very disappointed but decided not to give up. He started to learn more about how to use loans properly and build an effective business model. The second time, borrowing the right way helps John succeed. After learning from the first failure, John did not give up on his dream of opening a restaurant, but instead applied a completely new strategy. This time, he borrowed a smaller amount of money, £30,000, but with a clearer plan and an effective business strategy. John decided to open a mobile restaurant and focus on selling local specialties through social media channels and online advertising. He took advantage of online sales tools to reduce rental costs and optimize the delivery process. After a short time, John's restaurant began to attract a stable number of customers, and he began to earn a steady profit from sales. The loan he used not only helped him invest in an effective business model, but also helped him create a passive income stream from repeat customers and product advertising. Things to keep in mind when borrowing money. Borrowing money is a powerful financial strategy, but to use it effectively, you need to keep the following in mind. Make sure you have a clear repayment plan. Before borrowing money, you need to have a specific repayment plan to ensure that you can afford to pay it off when it is due. Do not borrow when you are not sure about your ability to repay the debt. Borrow to create assets instead of borrowing to create liabilities. Borrowing to create assets can help you build passive cash flow from productive assets. Borrowing to create liabilities can put you in debt without long-term benefits. Don't borrow blindly. Borrowing money without a clear strategy can put you in debt. Make sure you have a solid business model and a reasonable spending plan before borrowing money. Conclusion: borrowing money is not bad if you know how to use it properly. Borrowing money to create assets and grow your finances can help you create passive cash flow and achieve financial freedom. However, make sure you have a clear borrowing strategy and use borrowing as a financial tool rather than a burden. John's story is a clear example of how borrowing the right way can help you overcome setbacks and achieve greater success. So, before you decide to borrow money, always make sure you have a clear plan and a viable business model. Piece 4. Keeping money, protecting assets, and building a contingency fund. When it comes to keeping money, many people will immediately think of putting money in a safe or saving. However, keeping money is not simply keeping money, but also protecting assets and building financial tools so that you can deal with emergencies and avoid falling into financial crisis when an incident occurs. This requires a smart strategy and a clear plan. The concept of keeping money. Keeping money means managing assets and saving appropriately to ensure that you're always financially prepared when faced with unexpected situations. This includes not only saving a portion of your income, but also building a contingency fund, creating a savings account with good interest rates, and protecting your assets from financial risks. When you have a strong emergency fund, you will not have to worry about unexpected events such as illness, job loss, or other financial problems. Saving money wisely does not mean you have to live frugally, but knowing how to use money effectively to ensure that you will not have difficulty when you need money urgently. Money saving skills. Emergency fund. An emergency fund is an important part of a money saving strategy. This fund will help you manage when you encounter emergencies, such as job loss, illness, or other unexpected events. An emergency fund should be enough to cover at least 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. This will help you not worry when you encounter situations beyond your control. Savings account. A savings account with a good interest rate will help you save for the long term without having to worry about losing the value of your money. You can put a portion of your monthly income into a savings account, ensuring that you will have a larger reserve in the future. Choose savings accounts with high interest rates and no withdrawal fees, so that your money is always growing and best protected. Invest in insurance. In addition to saving, investing in health insurance and life insurance is also an effective way to keep money and protect your finances. Insurance will help you get financial support when you encounter serious health problems or unforeseen accidents. Tom's story. Tom, a 50-year-old security guard in London, lives a simple life but is very careful about his finances. Although Tom's income is not high, about £1,500 per month, he always knows how to save a small amount every day and does not spend lavishly. Tom has an emergency fund that he has accumulated over the past 5 years. Every month, he puts about £200 into this fund, and when necessary, he will withdraw the money for emergencies. After many years of saving, Tom's emergency fund has grown to more than £100,000. One day, Tom suddenly had a severe stomachache and had to be hospitalized for an appendectomy. The surgery cost up to £15,000, but because he had an emergency fund, Tom did not have to borrow money or worry about medical expenses. When Tom withdrew money from his emergency fund to pay for his hospital bills, he felt relieved that he was not under financial stress while recovering from surgery. His emergency fund not only helped him get through his health challenges, but also helped him maintain peace of mind in life without worrying about money. Conclusion. Saving money is not just a simple act, but a smart financial strategy that helps you protect your assets and prepare for the future. Creating an emergency fund and putting money into savings accounts will help you get through unexpected events without worrying about finances. Tom's story is a clear example of how important it is to save strategically and have an emergency fund to protect your personal finances. So, don't hesitate. Start building your emergency fund today to ensure a stable and secure financial future. Keeping money is a defensive move, but it is also an important stepping stone to financial freedom. Start now to build a solid financial foundation for yourself and your family. Piece 5. Giving money, investing in value, and building trust. Giving money is a very familiar concept in everyday life, but giving money wisely is something that few people really understand. Many people think that giving is simply giving, but in fact, giving money wisely is a strategy of investing in value. It not only helps you build long-term relationships, but also builds trust and opens up unexpected business opportunities. The concept of giving money wisely. Giving money wisely is not giving spontaneously or just for charity. It is investing in value and building trust with those around you. Giving in the right way, to the right person at the right time, will bring long-term benefits to both the giver and the recipient. Giving money can be done in many different forms, such as charity, supporting people in need, or simply investing in a relationship with potential people. It is important to have a clear purpose in your giving and not just do it for the sake of the moment. The giving rule: help others strategically. When you give money, do it with a clear purpose, not just to give but to invest in value. You don't have to give everything, but giving to the right person at the right time will bring long-term benefits. Right person, right time. You need to know how to choose the right people to give to. Help people who can use your help to really change their lives or can bring value to the community in the future. Don't just give because you feel sorry, but clearly see the long-term impact of the help. Give with kindness and without asking for anything in return. Giving is about building lasting relationships and building trust. When you give generously and without expecting anything in return, because this giving will bring invisible opportunities later. Charlotte's story. Charlotte, the owner of a small photocopy shop in Birmingham, has helped many students in difficult circumstances. One of these students was Ben, a poor student who could not afford to print study materials. Charlotte did not hesitate to help Ben, even though she knew that he could not pay him immediately. Charlotte decided to let Ben print the materials for free and only asked him to pay her back when he could. She believed that helping Ben would help him study better, thereby opening up opportunities for the future. Ben was very touched and promised to repay her one day. After a year, Ben returned to Charlotte's shop not only to pay for the printing, but also to bring her a big contract from a project he was involved in, where he was in charge of the documents for the whole team. Ben felt grateful for Charlotte's help and wanted to give back. Charlotte not only helped Ben financially, but she also built a lasting relationship with someone who had potential and helped the community. This relationship not only benefited Charlotte in her work, but also helped her build trust with her customers and the community around her. Benefits of smart giving. Building long-term relationships. Giving money the right way helps you build sustainable and long-term relationships. This relationship not only helps you in your work, but also opens up opportunities for cooperation and business in the future. Helping the community. Giving not only helps the recipient, but also helps you build a charitable, kind, and grateful community. You will receive respect and gratitude from those you help. Trust in business opportunities. Giving the right way will bring trust from others, which will open up business opportunities for you. When people trust you, they will be willing to cooperate and introduce you to potential opportunities. Conclusion: smart giving is not about giving, but a strategy of investing in value and building trust. When you give to the right person at the right time, you not only help others, but also create opportunities for yourself in the future. Charlotte and Ben's story is a clear example of how smart giving builds lasting relationships and creates unexpected opportunities. Giving is not a loss, but a long-term investment. When you understand the rules of giving, you'll build a valuable network around you, build trust, and from there open up sustainable business and career opportunities. So start giving smartly, and you will see positive results from your acts of kindness. Piece 6. Investing. Creating long-term value and financial freedom. Investing is one of the most important pieces in the personal finance system. Investing is not simply buying and selling stocks or real estate, but essentially using money to create long-term value. Smart investing will help you not only increase your assets, but also build passive income and create financial freedom. Below, we will explore the concept of investing and the benefits it brings. The concept of investing. Investing is the use of money to create long-term profits. Investment can be done in many different areas, from real estate, stocks, to investment funds, or even investing in yourself. When investing properly, you can not only increase the value of your assets, but also create passive cash flow, which will help you achieve financial freedom without having to work for the rest of your life. The goal of investing is to grow your assets and generate a steady income without you having to work day and night. This is why smart investing is always considered the fastest way to achieve financial freedom. Benefits of investing. Invest in profitable assets. Real estate. Buy land or invest in real estate projects that have the potential to increase in price in the future. Renting out real estate can also create a steady passive income stream. Stocks. Investing in stocks of reputable companies helps you increase the value of your assets over time thanks to the development of that company. Investment funds. Investment funds provide the opportunity to invest in different assets, minimizing risks and generating sustainable profits. Invest in yourself. Learn new skills. Investing in yourself is the best way to increase your self-worth, which can open up opportunities for long-term and sustainable income. You can learn more professional skills, soft skills, or new field to expand your earning potential. New knowledge. Investing in learning new knowledge helps you improve your qualifications and easily advance in your job or start a business. Illustrative example, David's story. David, a 35-year-old civil engineer living in Manchester, has always had a passion for investing. After many years working in the construction industry, David realized that although he had a stable job with a fairly high income, he could not become rich just by earning money through labor. He began to learn about financial investment and decided to invest in real estate. David starts investing in real estate. David decided to take out a loan to buy land in the suburbs of Manchester, which had potential for future development. He bought a 300 square meters plot of land for around £200,000. After the land was upgraded and infrastructure such as roads, electricity, and water were added, the value of the land increased significantly. David did not just sell the land he invested in to make a profit. Instead, he built a row of boarding houses for rent. After 2 years, he not only made a profit from the increase in land value, but also started to earn a stable passive income from renting out the rooms. He earned around £3,000 per month from renting out the rooms. Investment results. Not only did David's land appreciate significantly, but the passive income from renting out the rooms also provided him with a stable source of income without having to work hard every day. With the money he earned, David continued to invest in other real estate projects, expanding his investment portfolio and increasing his assets. After 5 years, David owned a system of rental properties and had a stable passive income that helped him no longer have to worry about finances. He decided to reduce his working hours and enjoy life, while continuing to invest in other opportunities to increase the value of his assets. Conclusion: investing is not just about buying and selling stocks or real estate. It is about using your money to create long-term value. Investing properly will help you build passive income and create financial freedom. David's story is a great example of smart and effective investing. When you invest in valuable assets and grow them over time, you'll not only achieve financial stability, but also financial freedom in the long term. Remember, investing in yourself and your assets is the only way to not only make money, but also make money work for you. Starting with small steps and having a clear strategy will gradually help you achieve bigger financial goals in the future. Summary of 6 financial pieces. Comprehensive personal financial system. In the journey to achieve financial freedom, building a complete personal financial system is extremely important. Earning money. Spending money, borrowing money, keeping money, giving money, and investing are 6 indispensable pieces to help you master your personal finances, create financial freedom, and a sustainable future. Below, we will review these pieces and understand why each piece plays an important role in building a strong financial system. Piece 1. Earning money, the foundation of all cash flows. Earning money is the first step in the personal financial system. You cannot have strong finances if you do not earn enough money to spend and invest. However, earning money is not only about working hard, but also about earning money smartly through effective methods and optimizing income. Michael's story. Michael, a mechanical engineer in Bristol, worked hard for many years but never felt it was enough. He only earned money through his main job without any other income supplement strategy. However, after starting to plan his money wisely, Michael started to earn money from consulting services and selling online courses on mechanics. Creating passive income from these services helped Michael achieve long-term financial stability and easily achieve financial freedom. Piece 2. Spending money, managing cash flow wisely. Spending money is an indispensable piece in the personal finance system. Spending money wisely and having a plan helps you manage your cash flow effectively and avoid wasting it on unnecessary expenses. Spending money wisely is not only about cutting expenses, but also about managing spending purposefully, so that each expense has a legitimate reason and meets financial goals. Piece 3. Borrowing money, using financial leverage wisely. Borrowing money can be a powerful financial tool if you use it correctly. Instead of viewing borrowing as a debt, You can view borrowing as a financial leverage that helps you invest in assets or expand your business. Michael's story. After Michael had accumulated some savings, he decided to borrow money to buy a rental property. He had a clear repayment plan and knew that the cash flow from the rental would help him not only pay off the debt, but also generate passive income. This is a great example of borrowing money to create assets instead of borrowing to spend. Piece 4. Keeping money, asset management, and provision. Keeping money is not only about saving, but also about protecting assets and building a reserve fund. When you have a reserve fund and a savings account, you will be well prepared to face unexpected events without worrying about finances. Keeping money smart is about protecting your assets from risk and ensuring that you have enough money to deal with emergencies without having to borrow. Piece 5. Giving money, investing in value, and building trust. Giving money smart is not simply about giving money, but investing in value and building trust. When you give money properly, you will create long-term relationships and business opportunities from the kindness you have shown. Giving is not only about helping others, but also about building your reputation and lasting relationships in the community. Piece 6. Investing, creating long-term value and financial freedom. Investing is the most important piece in creating passive income and achieving financial freedom. Investing is not just about buying and selling stocks or real estate, but using money to create long-term value. Investing can be investing in profitable assets or investing in yourself to increase long-term value. Summary of the 6 pieces of the financial puzzle. As we have seen, to master personal finance, you need to master 6 important pieces: earning money, spending money, borrowing money, keeping money, giving money, and investing. Each piece plays an important role in building a complete and sustainable financial system. Applying the 6 pieces into practice. Let's start applying these 6 pieces in your life to master personal finance, create financial freedom, and have a sustainable future. Michael's story is a clear example of how each piece of the financial puzzle, when applied correctly, can help you achieve your long-term financial goals and financial freedom. By understanding the pieces of the financial puzzle, you will not only make money, but also know how to manage and grow your assets intelligently. Start small and apply sound financial strategies, and you will see positive changes in your financial life. Good luck on your journey to mastering your personal finances.